DJ Curt, and how you had a lot of
Here comes
club.
the setup part.
No.
This
is still another flower. This is still flower.
It's a flower.
This
All
is
right,
flower.
let's do it.
Okay, so they would say how Curt would have like some of the clubs on Smash. You know, the shit used to be crazy, and I think it was what club did they say it was? You was like killing shit. And I'm trying to remember. I don't know if it was Gotham.
Gotham was Rand's.
Gotham was
Rand's.
Dwight's or something they were saying.
I think it was across the street. It was Chrome.
Chrome.
Baja Beach Club. It was two names
I only
back
been there
then.
one time.
it was. I was in one club on Delaware Avenue, and I was there when it was two names. It was indoor, outdoor.
That's a big ass club.
Yes, very big.
Very big.
It was indoor, outdoor. When I first worked there, it was called Baja Beach Club. Then after a while, they changed into Chrome. Baja Beach Club, when the club was known as Baja Beach Club, I think was the very start of Curt getting a lot of gigs.
And a lot
I think that set it off.
Look, you overlooked that one.
No, I think that was the one that set it off because the capacity was so huge.
Yeah, that's a big.
Like, I started locally in North Philly doing dollar nights and party nights and everything at Studio 37 up Broad and Erie. And, you know, that club stayed packed. Like, for it to be a hood neighborhood club, they had people coming from everywhere. And I'm not just talking about everywhere in Philly. I mean everywhere out of state as well. Like, people used to come from out of state during the holidays, different colleges from out of the state, just different everything. If they were in Philly during the course of the week, their relatives or their friends was bringing them to the studio. And I had studio every night that they were open. I think, you know, back then it was very easy for a DJ to get a residency, meaning that every time that the club was open, they were there. They were DJing, they were working.
Okay. I didn't even know they did that with certain DJs.
Yeah, I mean, I think
DJs
you would
in
think
general.
like certain clubs wanted a different, you know, DJ for a different night, just to give it a different atmosphere or give it a different sound and everything. Me, on the other hand, I had one building, but I knew how to be a chameleon. I knew how to separate different nights and play different things. You know, it wasn't the same thing every night. You know.
Which one was your favorite club?
Jesus Christ. In Philadelphia?
Yeah, well, in general, which one was your favorite one to?
To go out and hang out?
No, the DJ.
The DJ. To tell you the truth,
You don't have one?
I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
I don't
You know,
have.
because sometimes the equipment is different at certain clubs, and
I
gotta
think the
bring certain
most
things.
easiest and the most accommodating club there was to DJ at was, I think, Transit. I think Transit.
I only been there
Because
once,
there was a
but I think the older crowds you could probably get away with that with, you know.
older crowds, yes.
Yeah.
You can get away with just about anything with an older crowd. Because they partied.
They understand
They
to party.
They
Yeah.
understand. They understand what they're there for. They're there to party.
Right.
They're there to dance. They're not there to be on their phones, you know, on social media. Right? They're there to enjoy themselves to the point that they're tired and they want to go home and go to bed.
Facts.
That's it.
Okay.
It's going to be a party.
Right.
You know,
That's rare.
You know what I mean?
Without them fighting and stuff.
I don't want to do a party where it's 1,000 motherfuckers, and out of 1,000 motherfuckers, 900 of them on their phones.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody moving.
Mm.
You know, we're at an age right now where people dance, but they don't dance with each other.
That's true. And you know, I was just saying to somebody the other day, you know how a party used to end with a slow song, and then they used to kind of
you got DJs trying it now because a lot of people talk about it. Mm-hmm. A lot of the older cats that used to be party goers, the more you beat older times into a new generation, mm-hmm. the more they want to try it to see how it goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got some that might be daring to do that. And then you have some like, man, come on, man, we ain't doing
that. Was the time. That was the moment to get close to a female.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now I got the opportunity.
joke that you was plotting on all night.
All night.
All
That's
night.
the opportunity to get at.
It was a good night. It was a good night.
To put everything back the way it's supposed to.
In the beginning, I did.
Then y'all start giving fact. Like,
you know, I had my rebellious moments.
Probably because you was popping. And you just didn't give a fuck.
I had my rebellious moments where I started smelling myself. And you know, it was a particular time where, motherfucker, who are you to tell me? Like, nigga, don't you know who my name is?
I thought you still act like that.
No, I don't. No, never.
You like, no, never. You humbled yourself now.
I've humbled myself 1,000%.
What made you humble yourself?
Because I got bored with the game.
Okay.
I got bored with the game. The game revolutionized right before my eyes. And as it did, I took notice. And I'm like,
you knew it was coming?
Shit.
Did you know it was coming?
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
At what point in time, like, you was like, that's the moment right there where I knew it? With the CDs, or
as soon as they came out with CDs.
Yeah.
As soon as they came out with CDs, I was like, all right. The era's about to change.
They fucking it up.
They fucking it up now. Because now we done went from turntables, and now they making CDJs and CD component sets.
But some people said that that's so much easier because you don't have to travel and carry all this stuff around.
Yeah, it's easy on the back. You know what I mean? You carrying one long crate that
you ain't have nobody
one
helping
long
you?
milk crate was able to fit maybe like I think it was like 100 records. So you imagine back in those days, and you had a party, you had a roughly 5 to 6 hour party. You always had to pack what you thought you needed for that party. A lot of times your guests could be on point. A lot of times you might be...
You lost stuff?
Yeah.
You forgot stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So you figured whatever party that you were getting ready to do, you had to figure out, all right, what music am I going to need for the
where's
night?
Where's your vinyl at now, or you don't have any?
I do.
You sold it?
No, I kept it.
Where is it?
It's down south.
Oh, okay.
It's down south.
Yeah.
I can't store my vinyl.
Right.
My vinyl is sitting down south in my mother's house. And being that my mother has a big dumbass house, and we got garage and basement and attic and the whole kit and caboodle, that's where I store everything at.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. What about the tapes? You got any of those?
It's funny that you asked that. I do not. I think I own one cassette.
What?
I was not a cassette buyer.
Not that you could do too much anyway, mixing, right?
No. I was not a cassette buyer at all. I always made cassettes.
And recorded and stuff.
I recorded damn near every party that I did. But here was the thing. For us, DJ, we would record everything live from the event. And at the end of the night, people will come to you and buy those tapes.
Oh, wow.
if they didn't buy all the tapes, then you had something on file that you can make copies. But in my case, when I started at studio, it was from 9 to 2. They gave me an opportunity to make 3 90-minute tapes.
Damn. At the, what, back to back?
Back to back.
Oh.
So I would have at the end of the night 3 complete 90-minute tapes. And I would announce on the mic, if y'all want the tape from the night, whatever case may be, they're on sale.
How much was you selling them for?
$10 a wop. $10 a wop. Hustlers used to come up in there and they didn't give a damn how much it cost. Sometimes you got 50, sometimes you got 100. Sometimes if you was rocking so hard, they would run up to you and say, yo, did you record tonight? And if you say yeah, if you was lucky enough to capture all of that shit, sometimes they just be like, yo, I want all the fucking tapes.
Damn.
And then, you know, you're making your pay for that night. And if you had a good night and it was packed like that, you was making tips, you was making anything that you wanted to make. You know what I mean? It was up to you to hustle.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I know you was at Villa. You was like one of the first DJs at Villa. You
right?
started it, yeah. And so other people came after that. How did you wind up getting over there?
Shout out to Teddy B. I gotta give a shout out to another manager, but I can't remember his name.
You said a manager or a man?
No, another manager
Oh, okay.
from that store. The store was located on Germantown and Erie. At the time, I had finally got my mainstream radio gig. I was working for Power 99, and being that Sneaker Villa was in my neighborhood, I was an avid shopper on the weekend. Like, I would always run up in the store to buy an outfit for whatever event that I was doing that night. And the staff didn't know who I was. But being that I was from the neighborhood, if I went in the store, I was guaranteed to see somebody that I know. So I'm in there shopping, and a couple of people came in and shopped. They was like, yo, Curt. Yo, we heard you last night. Yo, you was killing it, son. This, that, the other, and this, that, the other. So the managers overheard that.
Right.
And they was like, they put 2 and 2 together. They was like,
Who is this guy?
that's the boy DJ Curt from Power that was mixing. Hold on. So both the managers approached me, and I think at the time Sneakerville was trying to do something to boost up their sales. So being that store was in my neighborhood, they approached me. They was like, oh, so you DJ Curt, you the one that works for Power. And I was like, yeah, that's me. They was like, well, look, what you feel about coming up here one weekend and spend for maybe like 2 to 3 hours?
Right.
You know, we'll give you $400 worth of store credit.
Oh, I thought, well, that's still good.
That still evens out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking about pay back then. I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? But, you know, still in all, what are you offering me? You know, that's what my attitude was back then.
I thought that was the same, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, my thing was, look, are you cutting me a check or what are you giving me?
Right.
You know, you want something from me. I'm not coming to you for an opportunity. So we worked out a little situation where they worked out store credit for 3 hours of my time. It was $400 worth of store credit. I could get anything out the store that I wanted. And they was like, we need you to come in one day just to spend and help us bring in more people. So I came in one weekend, and make a long story short, we completed the whole task and everything like that. And it was a good day for them. Right. You know, they did promo, they did flyers and everything in the neighborhood, passing out flyers. Yeah, DJ Curt from Power 99 is going to be here spinning live from such and such time to such and such time. So that boy kids and everybody in the neighborhood come to the store. I'm set up in the store. I'm playing music, advertising the sales and everything. So it was a good day for them. They made money. So next thing I know, I get a call. I get a call the following week. And it's the same managers. And they was like, well, look, the Lutz family, they own the franchise, Sneaker Villa. The mom and the pop and sons, Jeremy and Jason, they wanted to meet with me. And we had a negotiation. We negotiated a thing whereas I finally got my first endorsement. So they wanted to work it out whereas every weekend I come to the store, spend for a couple of hours, blah, blah, blah. It wound up being take whatever you want to the store, but then I got tired of that.
Really?
I got tired of that.
Because you wanted the money?
I wanted the money. Because now you're opening...
But you need the clothes so you can...
But not only that, you start noticing. You start noticing because at the time that I did that, it was like maybe like 2 or 3 stores throughout the whole city. At the time. Before they became that full-blown chain.
Yeah.
And before they started opening it up in other states and cities. So, I got tired of that. I negotiated to a point whereas, look, I'm going to get paid for this. And this is what I want to do. Y'all are starting to open up new stores. So here's my idea. Every time that y'all open up a store, since y'all liking what I'm doing here, why don't we make it uniform for every time that you open up a store, you put a DJ in there on the weekends.
Oh, so it was your idea.
That was my idea.
That was
dope. Right? So at that particular time, there wasn't no DJs DJing in any store in the city at all for anything. You know, that was the trend that started right then and there. So, which made it feasible for Sneaker Villa to say, all right, well, if we're going to do that, that's what we're going to do. But what do we need to do? So I was like, well, you're going to have to invest in turntables because now we're at the age where all the DJs need is their laptop. Or if they're still playing on vinyl, they bring their own mixes, own needles and everything. As long as you supply the sound system, with meaning the speakers, the amps, and the turntables in your store, the DJs are responsible for bringing everything else. And that's what happened. Wow. So I started everything at Germantown, Erie. When I started doing that, a dude that everybody in Philly knows came up to me at my store and was like, yo, I want you to check me out. Here go my mixtape, fam, and this, that, the other. And I'm like, yo, this dude is bothering me to the utmost. But I like his persistence. The dude happened to be DJ Frills. So
wait, he had a mixtape and he wanted you to listen to his mixtape.
He wanted me to listen to his new mixtape because he wanted to get into mixing at a store.
Oh, okay. So he was the first one?
He was the very first one.
That's crazy.
He used to come to my store and bug me. And I
so you was like the Michael Jordan.
I was agitated with him, but at the same time, I was impressed because he was persistent.
So you was the Michael Jordan and he was the Kobe, because that's what Michael Jordan used to say.
He well, I don't want to classify it as that because I don't never want to sit myself up there like that and say I did this, I did that.
Right. But you did.
I did it, but it was something that I thought that needed to be different. I just wanted something different. And
so how many DJs altogether was on the roster?
Wow. Well, I made 4. I made 4 immediately I made 3 others immediately underneath me.
Okay.
And as the company expanded and they opened up stores, they was putting in DJs. I still don't even know all the DJs that were part of Sneaker Villa, but
did you get a cut off of that?
Huh?
Did you get a
cut?
cut?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
There you go.
I got everything that I could possibly get out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Did you get sneakers and stuff too?
Yeah.
Cause I was getting sneakers. Though.
Anytime that there was a special feature, here was one of the best things I think I got out of Sneaker Villa. They had a basketball tournament sponsored by Nike, and it was a tournament out in Albany. And I'm gonna make this short and sweet, but the tournament was one game, and it was roughly 2 hours. All they wanted was a DJ to come out there, spin instrumentals through the whole game, because they had an MC that talked through the whole game, and this, that, the other, and that's that. Okay. This was a Sneaker Villa event plus whatever league that was event and everything. So I didn't know Nike was involved with it at the time. All I know is that Sneaker Villa said, Curt, we got an event up in Albany. We need you to spend for it. It's a Saturday. It's from such time. Easy pay. We're going to pay you. I said, okay, as long as y'all pay me, I'm good. Now,
as long as y'all pay me.
The game was roughly, I think, an hour. It was one game. It was an hour. All I did was spend nothing but instrumentals. That was it. When the game was all over, I saw the reps, and I started getting introduced to reps from Nike. And Nike came over to me, Sneaker Villa came to me, and they had a little conversation amongst themselves, and they was like, okay, so you're going to pay Curt, right? These were the reps from Nike. Right, they talking to the reps from Sneaker Villa, y'all going to pay Curt, right? And the reps from Sneaker Villa are like, yeah, we got Curt. We already got Curt for that. And they talking amongst themselves, make sure you write this check for that. Nike says, don't forget to add where we're going to be sending you. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. All right, yeah, they probably going to give me a care basket, Nike t-shirt. You know what I mean? They want to know my size and the sneakers because they probably got a new sneaker coming out. This, that, the other. Mind you, I only worked for an hour. Oh. They were talking about what they were cutting a check for.
Oh, snap. What was it?
The check for an hour. I got paid, I think Sneaker Villa paid me like $250 for an hour's worth of work. Okay? Nike then in return wrote a check for $1,200.
That's dope.
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour.
And that was addressed to me. They sent it to the store, and then the store got a hold of it. It was in an envelope, and they sent it to my store, Germantown Erie, for when I got paid. So I had 2 envelopes. I had the check from Sneaker Villa, and then I had an envelope that I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a regular plain envelope, but it has my name on it. So I'm opening it, and I see the motherfucking letterhead, and I'm like, Nike, what the fuck?
Wow.
So, and I'm looking at the amount, I'm like, what's that reps number again? Wait a minute, I want to do another event. So you figure if you're getting something like that, that's something that you want to, that's what you're gearing for. You want those type of checks.
Yeah. Well, you get spoiled to the
Yeah, that was my thing.
What's the most you ever gotten, like from a gig?
The most that I gotten?
Yeah, one time.
I'm going to leave that out.
Boo! You ain't got to say who it's from. No, we can't get that.
I can't give that out because of the simple thing is a DJ is going to accept what the DJ is going to accept. If you know what you're valued, if you know what you're worth, you're going to fight for what you're worth.
But if it's been 35 years or whatever plus, and then let me give you some more because you're over there sipping on air. If you've been, doing it for 35 plus years, and then, you know, it goes up and down.
Yeah, but
So
not everybody knows. Like, you're dealing with a whole new generation now. You're dealing with a whole new generation. When he started making their own shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it out there, but Tony Neal, there's a DJ, Tony Neal. I think Tony Neal is the head of core DJs. Tony Neal's whole situation came from Rand. Because Tony Neal was a technician.
Oh, so he copied everything and just took it.
And then he just wound up in branching off and making his own. Now he got core DJ retreats and this, that, the other. Nobody was doing that then. Rand had technician conferences in Vegas.
So why did it end?
I don't know. I think Rand branched off and Rand got bigger. You know what I mean? Rand
caught a contract. NFL, right? Or like the contracts.
I think to this day that he's still working for the NFL. Yeah, you know, he's always got it. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. He's from Philly. He's rarely here, but his ear is always to the street, and he knows what's going on. Like, we can't contact him, but he can contact us.
What? Oh yeah, he's Batman.
He's one of those. It's like his eyes and ears is everywhere, and you just don't know when he's gonna pop up or call you. And anything. If I'm a hip hop R&B DJ, why do I want to be doing a bar mitzvah?
That's true.
I don't know nothing about a bar mitzvah. You know.
You can learn.
I can learn.
You can learn.
Yeah. But if I got a whole crew that can cover all angles, different angles, or I got somebody that's well-rounded that can handle just about anything,
true,
then you want them on your team.
So how does that go? Somebody makes the call and be like, okay, is this party or this thing going on?
Technicians started through my man DJ Rand. DJ Rand is like an icon in Philly.
Right.
He's an icon on Philly radio. He's a beast. I mean, I don't think, you know, radio is cool now from what I've heard, you know, as far as mix show DJs and anything like that. But Rand, in that era, in that 90s era, Rand was a different type breed. Like, Rand was a showman. Rand had a certain type of level with him that everybody in Philly just wanted to be like. Like, as far as being on radio. So Rand decided to, you know, start his own crew. And it became the Technicians. And Rand only wanted the nicest DJs in his crew. But he was a DJ that was looking for DJs that could offer something. You could be nice as far as DJing, but what did you offer? Like, what is your strong set? Like, can you DJ and bring in a crowd? Can you DJ and be marketable? Can you DJ and, you know, market yourself and others at the same particular time? Can you market your crew? Can you stand out and handle any? He was looking for special DJs to be down with him because he was special himself.
And he handpicked y'all.
Yeah, he handpicked all his crew members. We had, at one particular time, it was so many DJs from around the world. Like, not only just in the United States, it was international as well.
Wow.
Like, he had a whole thing. And, you know,